Good day there, once again viewers, this is your mate Kamikaze78 here, coming to you guys with some more World of Warships content. Now, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having a chat about some of the developments that have been occurring with World of Warships over the past couple of days, whether it be in the form of official developer posts and updates, or in the form of rumours and or leaks. In more detail, we're going to be taking a look at the new campaigns feature that has just been unveiled by the developers in a recent post to the World of Warships website, as well as the recently leaked reworked Captain's skills tree that brings about new skills and a change to how the tree is laid out, in which we will get into more detail about in a few moments here. Anyway, just to make sure that there is actually some substance to this video and you guys aren't sitting through a 10-minute long video discussing leaks and speculation, let's take a look at this new campaigns feature first. Campaigns, as per outlined on the Wargaming website, are sets of linear missions that award players for taking part in more diverse gameplay, ranging from educational sets of missions to form a campaign to teach new players the game, to sets of challenging missions for veterans of the game to test their skills and be awarded appropriately. So just how do these campaigns work? Well, imagine the current mission system we have now being placed into a linear line of progression where in order to unlock and complete a mission, you must complete a prior one to gain access to it. Each mission in a campaign will include subtasks and a main task. The main task will need to be accomplished in order to complete the campaign overall, and the subtasks will each award the player a pin, which are then used in their own element of progression in the sense that they are needed to unlock the final subtasks. Now, subtasks can be completed multiple times, with there being a pin up for grabs each time you complete said task. Now, tasks for the campaigns have to be accepted by the player for any progress to be made, and only 2 may be accepted at any particular time, or 3 if you have a premium account. This essentially means that you have to manage which tasks you want to complete first, and as a result, how you are going to complete the campaign and in what order. Now, each task will also reward you with signal flags, consumables, credits, etc., but unlike the pins, these rewards can only be claimed once you initially complete the task. If you repeat the task and complete it again, you will not get any further rewards beyond the pin, and after the campaign is finished, you will be granted a significant reward for all of your troubles. And in true wargaming fashion, the nature of this major reward has not been disclosed up until this point yet. Initially, there are going to be 2 campaigns available for all players to try out. The first one will be called The Science of Victory, which is a longer campaign that aims to teach new players the basic features of the game. Things along the lines of armaments, upgrades, the roles and advantages of different types of ships, leveling up commanders, and things along those lines. This is a style of tutorial per se that I for one would really like to see appear in more games. It teaches the new players the ropes of the game, but at the same time it doesn't separate them from how the game plays out normally. These new players are going to be playing standard matches against normal players like they normally would, but they are learning the game at the same time and being rewarded for it, which also gives the player an incentive to stick around and give the game and its features a go instead of bailing instantly after dying on the first round. There are far too many games out there that try to incorporate a tutorial, but the tutorial separates the player from what the actual game experience is going to turn out to be like. So my hat goes off to Wargaming in this instance, because I think they've done a really good job at incorporating a more in-depth tutorial, but at the same time ensuring that the new player knows what they are getting themselves into. On the other side of the fence, you have the second campaign that will be titled Honourable Service, which is a much shorter campaign by comparison, but as a result, it's considerably more challenging, aimed at giving more experienced players with high-tier ships a set of diverse gameplay challenges to strive for to mix up the day-to-day grind that can be World of Warships in the higher-tier sections of play. There is also mention of there being an emphasis on teamwork in this campaign, which is music to my ears personally, because there have been far too many cases in high-tier games where no one is working together and playing the role of their ship because they are far too afraid of their possible repair bill. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, the amount of times that I've been shelled to high hell as a battleship by a destroyer sitting in smoke while 2 cruiser allies are running in the opposite direction, not helping me whatsoever, is beyond countable. So if this campaign is to provide any rectification to the lacking amount of teamwork that can be seen in high-tier play, then I'm going to be a very happy man. fan to see that implemented into the game and to see that added incentive to work with your team. So that was campaigns in a nutshell and what the plans are for them in the immediate future. However, something else has appeared to have been brewing on the horizon in the form of a captain skills system rework. And I just want to quickly emphasize, guys, that this information is not contained in any official patch notes. This is leaked information that popped up on my clan's forums and I wanted to check it out, and this should not be considered as what is coming to the game in the near future until you see it in the patch notes. I'm just making a video about it because why the hell not, guys? Why the hell not? Effectively, according to this link, the captain skills are not only being expanded upon when it comes to numbers, but also consolidated into a more organized list that makes a tad bit more sense. Captain skills under this new design are categorized accordingly into defense, offense, support, and special op, with there being 2 branches of 4 skills under each category. And just in case that didn't click for any of you out there, yes, that means that there are no more 5-point skills under this new system. Now, I sure as hell am not going to have enough time to go through each and every skill in this video that is on this chart, as well as, you know, what they do and where they are positioned on the chart itself. There is a link in the description down below if you are interested in reading up on this chart and all of the skills that are contained within. But there are a couple of really interesting new skills here that have seen different levels of controversy within the AG7 team speak for sure. The real talking point has surrounded the Keen Intuition level 4 skill, which will display the direction of the nearest enemy ship to you only, regardless of whether they are spotted or not, which has brought up a lot of talk surrounding stealth playstyles and how they will be impacted if this skill makes it into the game. And I for one do have some concerns about this skill being added to the game, especially when it comes to destroyer gameplay. You know, what if a destroyer is sitting on the other side of an island to an enemy ship? That enemy ship is going to find out instantly that there is a destroyer sitting on the other side of that island, and thus that enemy ship is going to make the appropriate turns or the appropriate evasive maneuvers to void any strategy that that destroyer had to take him or her out. So, you know, that whole guerrilla warfare style of gameplay that it can be seen with destroyers does seem a bit overly nerfed with this skill, and I do worry as to how it will change up the meta for sure. Another new and interesting skill here in the list is the HEAP, or the High Explosive Armor Piercing, which will increase the penetration for main and secondary HE by 25%, but will also reduce the chance for a fire to start from said HE by 6%. All in all, it would be really interesting to see how this potential captain skill tree emerges and develops later down the line, if it does at all, and how it might impact the overall meta of the game. But I can definitely see a huge shift in captain skill loadouts emerging if this skill tree were to get into the game eventually. Anyway folks, with all that said, that's going to wrap up today's World of Warships video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, whether you found it informative, whether you found the gameplay fun to watch, whatever the case may be, guys, a backhanding of that like button would be greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel and find yourself backhanding that like button, then do me a favor and backhand that subscribe button whilst you're at it to keep up to date with the content that I'm going to be putting out. Words are fun sometimes, guys. They really, really are. The English language is yeah, great fun. If you guys have anything to add to the conversation of this video, feel free to add it in the comment section down below, whether you've got feedback for the video, or whether you've got something to say about the new captain skills tree. Leave it in the comment section down below, guys. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace out, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have a good one.